Okay. Okay. Okay, folks. Uh Hopefully you guys can hear me. Everyone can hear me out there. So, um dude, I wasn't even going to make a video tonight. I've been just so busy and just so tired and trying to balance things out and taking care of my son and all that good stuff, dude. And man, today I was actually, for the most part, having a pretty good day. Today wasn't necessarily a bad day outside for being kind of hot over here in the Midwest. But, um, yeah, guys, today has become a very, very solemn day, to say the least. Um, wow. Chadwick Boseman passed away today from colon cancer. And apparently he's been diagnosed since 2016, which, if I recall, Captain America's Civil War came out in 2016. If, yeah, it did. So he's actually been battling this since possibly before or after Civil War dropped, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Um, Dude, man, like, yo, what's up, Brian, man? Like, dude, this hurts, G. And what's crazy, and my aunt was the one that kind of put a lot of things together, because it's a couple of things that also makes today kind of monumental as well as ironic. August 28th. Today was, I believe it was they did the March on Washington today, which I know it was an anniversary since the original one. So, that was a big thing. And today was also what they call Jackie Robinson Day. I'm not entirely sure what the day consists of, but one of my friends told me today that today was Jackie Robinson Day, and I don't know. I guess like the MLB were kind of celebrating it in some kind of way. I believe. I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but again, ironic. And then what's even more ironic, today was also the late Jack Kirby's birthday. And you guys know him as he created a lot of very popular characters for Marvel, including Black Panther. He co-created Black Panther. And it's just like, right. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I think I seen him do that last year. Everybody wore number 42. Which is awesome, man. But this is, dude. This is just why it feels like a legitimate Black Friday for a lot of reasons, and it just feels sad, man. Like, dude, it's on top of the fact that Chadwick Boseman was such a positive individual. Like, he was he was definitely one of the few working actors who made such a big impact to where a lot of people could follow his lead. You know, he from the things that I've looked up about Chadwick, because honestly, like ever since he did the James Brown biopic, I was an instant fan. Like I absolutely loved his portrayal in that film, and it just showed how brilliant of an actor he was. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to see 42 yet. Like I definitely will probably be watching it now, among some other things, man. But dude, I'm dude, my heart hurts right now, cause that's another thing like that kind of came to mind because um one of my some people that I talked with um was saying how people, and this is just comes to show you how like people really don't take stuff seriously, is that when I guess that one photo, I think it was like that one photo when I don't know what it was for, but like how he was looking thin. And personally, I didn't think that he was sick. Um I didn't necessarily think that he was sick. Like, but of course you got like some folks that they always want to make jokes and so on and so forth. And it's just like, it's like y'all, it's it's just one of those things like you can't be playing with, man. Cause you never know. It's just one of those things where you just never you just never know. You just never know, man. And it's really hard to put into words right now, man. Like you see, I got the BP gear on, man. Like, dude, like man, I'm telling you, dude, like this was just like I was having a fantastic day. An absolutely fantastic day. And I'm going to put this I'm going to try to keep an eye on this cuz I definitely want to get the feedback from my friends on Facebook, my EJOBN people, because I know a lot of you guys have something to say about this, and it's just, dude, could 2020 literally not get any worse? It's just in Levette, like Levette, you were quite right. It's like we thought that he was only losing weight for a film role, and then I know the Five Bloods came out, and we figured it was like, okay, maybe he lost weight for that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay, but it just comes to show you, man, you don't know what folks is going through. Like it's extremely sad, man. It's like I'm hurt, dude. Like I was like for anyone that follows me, dude, it's like, bro, like I was there day one when Black Panther dropped. Had the dashiki, everything, dude. I felt pride in myself supporting that movie, supporting him, supporting his work. And it's like, dude, of all days, man. It's so ironic that it's today that he passes. Like some of the folks, and dude, just today it's just been like, bruh. And yeah, Brian, like you right. It was just like he fairly looked the same in Five Bloods. Like from what I've seen, I haven't watched the movie yet. I saw trailers for it, but I'm definitely going to be watching it this weekend. Like I know a lot of people say that the movie was like a kind of a hard watch, but dude, like I'm just gonna have to just binge like Chadwick Boseman movies this weekend. Like, just cause, man. Like, dude, Sax, bro. Yes. Apparently, he has been fighting colon cancer since 2016. So he's essentially been fighting it either before or after Civil War dropped back in 2016. So he's had colon cancer this entire time. And it's just like again, man, it's like one of those things you just never know what folks is, you know, it's been rough. It's been rough to say the least, man. And everybody feeling it right now. Yep. Godfrey, you right. Rod Godfrey, you right, man. So, for some of my other folks that's watching, for those that you don't know, this is why today, with Chadwick Boseman passing, why it's so ironic. And I'm going to repeat myself. Some folks are just going to, I may be repeating myself with some folks. But today is August 28th. Today is also Jackie Robinson Day. And today is the late Jack Kirby's birthday, who co-created Black Panther. And then of course, they had the anniversary of the March on Washington today. It's crazy. It is absolutely nuts. And shout out to my friend out there, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name, Al-Karin Wright, over there at EJOBN. Appreciate you passing that on, and be careful out there during that march. Just glad to have some folks like putting food, got feet on the ground out there for the cause. You know what I'm saying? So it's just yeah, Robert Jackson, Message from the King. Yeah, I think I caught that. I think it's on Netflix, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out when I get a chance, y'all. So, man, like, dude. This year has just been such like, dude, I just want this to be just like a bad dream that like I think all of us are just simultaneously having. It's just, and Cleveland Boyd, yeah, he says that the fact that he had that much strength to continue through all of his movies, yeah, it shows how much strength the man had, man. The dude could do no wrong, man. Like, it's just like he's done nothing but good work. He was definitely one, and I say this again, he was one of the few celebrities out there that was a true role model. The dude was literally a positive beacon. Like, it's like you see him do stuff, man. He inspired me. Like, he inspired me to try to do better. Even during my dark times, it's like just seeing how his work ethic was and how positive he was and like just how he strived for like other people to be able to do the same thing, man. It was inspiring. Chadwick Boseman was an inspiring dude. And this is definitely a day that he is going to be sorely, sorely missed. Sorely missed, man. Like, it's just so hard to put into words, man. But I know for me personally, I became an instant fan. And SRG Goki, yeah, man, you right. You right, man. You absolutely right. You are absolutely right. He's a true warrior. You can rest now on the ancestral plane. You're so right, Chris Williams. Chris Williams Jr. over EJOBN. You definitely right, man. Like, we all, like, just... Robert Alexander Singletary. Sorry if that messing up your name. But he said he's getting a tattoo right now. Hey, man. And Keon, bruh. Like, bro, like, I was having such a mostly good day. A mostly good day. It's just, it's just something that just comes along and just takes the wind out of your sails, man. Like, this is just one of those times where it's just like, bro. I'm just, dude. I'm broke, man. I am so broken right now, and I know my homie Ross. Like, I'm not sure what he's up to right now, whatever. But like, he's probably like the biggest Black Panther fan that I know personally, and I know I've never known him to be a crier, but he might be crying right now. Cause man, look, I still remember how I felt when at the end of Infinity War when um he did, like, y'all remember the end of Infinity War. Y'all know what happened. But man, look, when I tell you my boy had eyes was wet, okay? I ain't never seen him get that emotional before in my life, but when I tell you what that man's eyes was wet, I kid you not, man. But oh man, this is truly, truly a rough day, man. Like, I'm curious to know. Um, Before I ask this, yeah, SRG Goki, yeah, you said 2020 just keeps going down. This is one of the worst years, bro. Listen, when I tell you that, like, I almost fell out of my chair when somebody made a 2020 meme about saying, like, at the last stroke of midnight at New Year's, just everybody just yell Jumanji at the same time. Man, I've never felt something hit my soul as hard as that. And it was just a meme. But at the same time, it's just like, dude, come on. Bro, like, I just can't with today, man. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to ask you guys out there that's watching, um basically, what was the moment that you at least became a fan? Like, when you first became a fan of Chadwick Boseman. I'm going to be repeating myself a little bit tonight. So I'm saying for myself that when he portrayed James Brown, it's honestly the first movie I watched him in. And his portrayal as James Brown sold me. Like, once the movie, like, even before the movie was over, I was a fan. I was done. I was absolutely done. James Brown was like what made me a fan. And I own Get On Up. Like, I don't even really buy biopic movies that much, but that was definitely one that I had to buy after the fact. And yeah, man. Oh, Civil War, dude. Like, look, I was already ecstatic that Black Panther was even coming to a movie, and the thing is, he knocked it out of the park when he came on screen, dude. Like, he commanded the screen when he came on. And shout out to, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Dives. Like, I'm hoping that's pronounced as Dives. I don't want to mess up your name. But for sure, dude. Wakanda forever, man. I gotta do this, like, in remembrance, man. Like, I gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. And Cleveland Boyd, you said Jackie Robinson was the role that made you a fan. Sandra Little, you said James Brown was it. It's like, hey, me too, me too. Like, James, uh, it's Dives. Okay, okay, okay. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for setting me straight. But dude, like, I'm gonna have to binge a bunch of movies that he's in now, man. Like, I'm gonna start with the ones I haven't seen yet. Like, I'm at some point I'm gonna watch 42, and someone had mentioned message from the king, message to the this message to the king, or probably to the king. It's on Netflix. Probably gonna watch that. Hopefully, it's still on Netflix. I have to watch that, and I have to watch 21 Bridges, and I know I'm missing something. Five Bloods. It might be it for the movies that I haven't seen of his yet. Then, of course, 42. I got to, man. I absolutely have to. And TP Miller, you right. You right. He in the time, like literally since I want to say 42 was what, 2014. It was like 2014, 2015, something like that. If I'm getting the years right. And in that time up to now, it's like, dude, he really became an icon in such a short time. He really, really did. It's crazy. The Kill Hole. I don't think I heard of that one. Like I'm probably gonna have to just like go on IMDb and just look up his filmography, so just to make sure that I'm not missing nothing, you know. And it's like, dude, and Levette Hampton says Lincoln Heights. Lincoln Heights. Okay, I'm gonna have to write this. I'm actually gonna type a list just so I can have this stuff down and just don't forget. So there's Lincoln Heights and Message to the King. And we got Kill Hole. And the other ones I already know about. Like the rest, pretty much the rest of the ones that I haven't seen yet. Black Camp. The hell? Kremlin, what the hell is a Black Panther? That's not funny. That's not funny. Okay? Like, just some folks really just don't understand it's really not time for jokes. And this ain't definitely damn shit is not the time. But anyway, oh, it's a TV series, Lincoln Heights. So yes, thanks. I appreciate that, Kremlin. Let's keep it respectful, man. Please. Draft Day and the Express. Okay. Life can be a joke, but sometimes there's a time and place for all of them, man. Like, for real. This ain't the time for that. Draft Day and the Express. Draft Day and the Express. Okay. I got quite a few that I kind of missed out on, to be honest. It's a good list. It's definitely a good list so far. Uh, anyway, it's just you know, it's just, dude, this is just like a really, really weird day, to say the least. And hey, Eric, sometimes it's like you can a lot of people actually steal a lot of roles as supporting roles. Like, there's been plenty of examples. So it wouldn't be surprised if he kind of like, whatever movie he was in or whatever, he stole a scene or two. You know what I'm saying? So, just one of those things. Hello, Alice Films, sorry. If I'm messing that up. And, what did he say? I mean, it really doesn't change the fact that this is somebody's life that's no longer here. So, considering he's somebody that's well known and actually left a legacy for people to follow, I mean, there's nothing wrong with mourning somebody that left an impact, especially somebody that was positive as him. So I don't care if a person is rich or poor. The thing is that, like, if you had a positive uh, influence on a lot of people, then they should then hey have something nice to say. You know, and it's I don't know, man. I mean, I know at some point, like as far as figuring out what Disney is gonna do with Black Panther sequel. I mean, I mean, I don't. It's going to feel weird because it's not a situation where someone replaces the role because they weren't interested in playing the role. I mean, it's literally because the man died. And that's gonna be some hard shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? I mean the best way to really put it is just like it's just hard, dude. Because I mean the thing is, as troubled as Heath Ledger was, like at his end, it was hard to kind of follow in the footsteps of that character. And maybe, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix wound up playing a version of it, which wasn't the exact same character, but like the character was there. But if you look at between Heath Ledger and when Joaquin did it, it was like a significant amount of time before they did it again. But of course, you still got Heath, like Jared Leto, like in between that, which kind of left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. But I mean, granted, we're talking about someone that's an antagonist and not a hero, like as far as characters. But I don't know. It's just so strange, man. Like it's hard to even imagine someone even doing a sequel with. It's like I know they technically have to, or I mean they really don't. But oh, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being my 1,000th follower, dude. Thanks. Thank you. Um, yeah, right. The dude, yeah, Moses Hightower in EJOBN. Yeah, he says when the actor from Spartacus died, and it was like personally, I never watched the show, but I know, I followed what happened more or less, and it was just like, okay, Killer. I'm not sure where you're getting at, man. Like, the thing is, look, I don't necessarily follow politics or whatever like that. The thing is, my heart goes out to like stuff that goes on with that or whatever, but I don't follow politics. So, trying to compare trying to compare like lives about who died and who, it's like, dude, we're not doing that, okay? Like, the thing is, I'm not a political guy. I'm not going to be like covering like every single thing when somebody dies or whatever. It's like, look, I read about this stuff. I'm always sad about it. Okay. But I'm an entertainment guy. I'm a comic book guy. This is what I follow. So this is what I'm going to critique on. Okay. Now, if this is something that is kind of like a problem with you or whatever, you don't have to watch the video. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Like, just bark up another tree you want to criticize somebody for mourning somebody's death, all right? Just, I don't have time for that. Anyway, and TP Miller over at EJOBN, he's saying like there shouldn't be a sequel. Marvelous! If they didn't have a sequel, I wouldn't necessarily be mad. It would suck. But if they decided they weren't going to do it, I wouldn't necessarily be mad. At that point, I would probably maybe push Shuri if we do have to move forward with it. But if that's the case, I kind of get it. I would get it if they just decided to not do a Black Panther sequel. More than likely, they're still going to go ahead with it because, again, it's Disney. Disney has money to make. You know? Um, But it just is what it is, man. I hate seeing things like this happen to good people, and Chadwick seemed like good people. He seemed like a very good and genuine person, and it's just it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, in the comics there was a point where T'Challa had to step down as king and Shuri had to take over. And it was, I think he had lost the blessing of the Panther God and all of that. Because I think this was after Doom War when Doctor Doom attacked Wakanda. And I don't know the whole story because, like, I haven't, like, read Doom War completely. But I know that's the reason why Shuri took the mantle. So like I say, it's possible if that's the route they want to go with. But it's like, again, man, it's like when you fill in somebody's shoes that did such a good job who died, it's such a hard pill to swallow because it's always a reminder that this man passed away. Hold on, give me a sec, guys. I don't know why. I have no idea why uh, YouTube started playing on my TV all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. But it's just, dude, this year's just been something, man. This year has been quite something, and I do very much hate this. I really, really, really do, because he was definitely like a person that I could see really paving the way for like a lot of up and coming like artists and stuff, and really, doing stuff for the community in a positive light. Ed Tillis. Oh, dude, that SNL, the SNL skit, man, like that. Oh, wow. See, and that's the thing too, man. It's just like I was just like, it was funny because it was like, dude, we seeing this character like in a funny way. Now, granted, Jeremy Renner did the same thing with Hawkeye, but obviously, as much as I do like the character, Hawkeye isn't like that huge of a character like that. Although Jeremy Renner is a great actor, but the Black Jeopardy with T'Challa, man, that's classic. That's a classic skit as far as like modern day SNL. So I have to, I definitely have to say that, man. Um, but yeah, man, like, yeah, man, this hurts, G. This really hurts, man. It's like I don't even know what they got planned. If they're just gonna just straight up recast uh T'Challa, or just hold off on the movie entirely, or just try to push Shuri out as the Panther next, or I don't know, man. But this is like it's crazy, man, because I guess it's because that we've been fans of the MCU for so long, and outside of Stan Lee, this is probably like the first. This is really like the first like passing of like a lead character in the MCU, as far as I know. Like I may be wrong, but as far as like someone that's like in the forefront of lead characters in the MCU, he's the first one. And it's crazy, dude. Like I mean, I wouldn't even like imagine like, because I know how. Okay, let's just put it in perspective. Like, how would we feel if, say, someone is beloved in the MCU like Robert Downey Jr.? Dude's been Iron Man since 2008. And a lot of times when we look at the guy, we see Tony Stark. Now, let's say that something happened to him after Age of Ultron. Let's just say something happened to him after Age of Ultron. Like, how will we even go forward after that? Like, it's just like, man, dude, TP, listen. If it was just like random news outlets, I wouldn't believe it. But the fact that a lot of big outlets and it was posted on his official Twitter, like personally, I felt like, dude, like, did someone just hack his Twitter or something and just playing like a really bad joke? But it's like the more it got out, the more, dude, it's just crazy, man. It's wild, G. Like, that's the thing. It's like if they do recast, it's like, dude, it's like I almost feel sorry for anyone. I mean, it's like, again, unless they would have to pick somebody that gives people without a shadow of a doubt that they can fill the shoes. But I am going to feel sorry for anybody who gets cast to take up the role of T'Challa. I just will be, because like I know how people get. I know how people get when it comes to like characters getting replaced and all that stuff. I know they do. Because it's like anytime that happens, it's just like, dude, just about almost every character, every famous character, so to speak, outside of comics, inside of comics, whatever. Anybody who has had to get in a new role or whatever, like they get met with a lot of scrutiny. Like a lot of scrutiny. And it's just like, and you know, black folks are no different. Like when it comes to like stuff like this, is like, you know, we the first one with the magnifying glass, like critiquing like every single part of it. It's, dude, Tony Young, dude, you're not lying. This is gonna be rough, man. Like my heart goes out to his family, you know, because you know they're blindsided by all of this, man. It's just like this whole year, I think, has just seen we've just seen so much loss this year. So much loss. Like just about everybody that I know personally, like all of my closest people have lost people this year. Like and you're right, Tony Young. Like the thing is, I mean, you can't really say Joaquin Phoenix was like a successor to the Joker role, because it wasn't like the Joker. It wasn't the quintessential Joker. It was just a version of Joker, or a caricature of him rather. So as far as characters go, it's just like, you know, it is what it is. But you know, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be just real for a second. Just as far as like getting a little bit personal, because um you know, for you guys, like, again, I usually don't get too personal on my pages like this. You know, occasionally I do, but I think this is like the first time I really said it, because like, again, like I've had too many people close to me like experience loss this year, whether it's COVID, cancer, whatever the hell, you know. um I've been recuperating myself, because I lost my father this year. I lost him back in, I think it was might have been the last week of May. um I think it was the last week of, no, it was, I'm sorry, it was the first week of May, because I remember I talked to him on my birthday, which was the week before, and he had, I guess an aneurysm or something like that, or whatever the case may be. It came out of the blue, and he died, and it was rough for me because I haven't seen him in a really long time, but recent years I had gotten back in touch with him, and I just became a father myself, so I'm fitting into those roles and stuff like that, and the thing that kept putting a smile on my face is that he got to see his grandson before he passed. At least pictures of him and like various videos that I posted of him and stuff. So he got to at least see he at least got to see the bloodline continue before he left. So um it's just and German Boy '06, man, like YouTube, man, look, it's I'm emotional, but I'm not at the point where I have to I have to cry it out, but like it does hurt. Like, I don't know, I guess because I felt like I cried enough tears this year, because I just, tears of joy and tears of sadness. And 2020 has just been a very shitty year, to say the least. And appreciate it, Nicholas. Thanks, man. Thank you. And thank you for the condolences and stuff, man. But yeah, you know, it's like when anyone experiences loss, man, it's like, especially this year, that I've been feeling it, man. It's like I said, it's not just me. Like, a couple of my best friends have experienced loss with people close to them, and that's private, so I'm not gonna get into that, obviously. But I can only go by my perspective when it comes to all this stuff, man. And I know a lot of people that know him are gonna miss him, because sometimes you get a really genuine feeling about people, that they are just really good, genuine souls. And I like to think of myself as a very perceptive person when it comes to people. And you know I usually get good or bad vibes from people, and my vibes are usually right. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I consider myself a pretty perceptive person. But you know, it's just like one of those things where it's just like it just blindsides you, and I'm just glad that he was at least appreciated for the most part while he was alive, because you know how we tend to do. We don't really appreciate nobody until they're gone. And it's oh, Tony, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your nephew, bro. That's that's another thing too, man. Like, this is stuff that we have to start taking seriously, man, as far as just treating each other good, man. Like, we got to start treating each other better than this. Like, we already got so much going on with just people of privilege that don't give a shit about any of us, and you know people of color just trying to exist in peace, man. And then you got like a group of people that don't want to acknowledge that because it just fits their politics, you know. And dude, we're drained. People of color, we are tired. We're tired, dude. Like, this is emotionally draining. This is absolutely emotionally draining, man. And it's just like, the only thing we could do is just try to stay safe and just keep pushing forward, man. And we have to start getting in a place where we have to start lifting each other up. And I definitely say this to just anybody that's in earshot of my voice, listen to me right now. And I appreciate everybody that is watching right now. on Facebook and YouTube. I really do appreciate it that you guys even came out to even listen to what this little YouTuber in Northwest Indiana has to say about this whole thing. But whew, dude, like where do we it's dude, I'm tired, G. Like it's just all the stuff that like has been going on this year. It's not even this year. Like literally the past 3.5 years has been rough. Like just it's just been rough. And it's been taking its toll on a lot of people. And I see it taking a toll on a lot of people. I see it. I feel it. And as a person that can empathize, man, it's just like the only thing I can ever say is to anybody that's feeling who basically has low morale, because that's exactly the only way I can describe it. The morale is low right now. That's the only thing that I can say. The only thing that we can do is to try to just keep each other safe and just lend a helping hand to people that were willing to take it. And Jahan Young, proud that my 5-year-old son got to witness a black superhero. You got to dress up for matching. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. And funny story, just really quick. And I'm not gonna keep you guys for too much longer, because this is again, this is like an impromptu video for me. So it's just like, dude, like I felt compelled to speak on this because of how important I think his influence was as far as that goes. So I took my aunt and my cousins. Is my aunt's 3 daughters, and I took them all to see Black Panther the first weekend when it dropped. Cause I probably seen that movie probably 5 times that weekend. But this ain't about me. Uh, but I took them all to see it, and the look on their faces while they were watching it and when it was over, like that was, it. Yes, it's a movie. Yes, it's a fantasy superhero movie. But the thing is, you get, like, as a person of color, especially black in America, you have like a sense of fulfillment that it's like, dude, like I have nor have I ever had anything to be ashamed of being of African descent, black in America, whatever the case may be. And of course, folks that don't understand, they can't comprehend that. But that's the truth. That's why something like Black Panther was so important. And it still remains to be something just as important. And it things like that made me appreciate a lot of films that were trying to set themselves apart. That's probably like one of my favorite filmmakers, you know and probably he might go down as like an unsung hero in a lot of ways. But that's why Robert Townsend is like one of my favorite filmmakers ever, because you can say what you want about them now, but when you look back on things like Hollywood Shuffle and Meteor Man, he was doing it for the culture. Even back then when we didn't realize it. It's like we look back on Meteor Man as kind of like a joke, but realistically, even though it was like a comedy, how many people was really trying to like do like black superheroes to where like it had a positive message? Hey, I'm just saying, you know, like it's like I'm not knocking Five Heartbeats is a classic too. Like I'm not knocking that. You know, I'm just saying from the sense as far as like genres that black folks in genres where black folks typically don't dominate. It's like, we'll dominate drama, we'll dominate comedy, but and it's like even stuff what Jordan Peele is doing. We've never dominated horror, but look at what Jordan Peele has done within the last few years with Get Out and Us, and now they're redoing Candyman and whatnot. In the superhero genre, dude, we didn't dominate any of that. Like, we had to ride off Blade for probably like what a good 5 years before they made the third movie that nobody could get behind. It's like, it's things like that. It's like, dude, like those see stuff like that. Like, we have to be able to appreciate the stuff that we get when we get it. It may not be, sometimes it might not be like the most critically acclaimed thing at the time, but sometimes, things are very prominent in hindsight. And that's kind of how I feel about when it comes to black people and other people of color being represented in cinema, and not in a negative way. And Chadwick was someone who propped that up. He was someone that was able to be in a prominent role and put out a positive role, and just showed that, hey, we're able to do this too as well and be successful at it. And German Boy says that, hey, look, I will put it out there, is like he's trying to find some positive with Fant Four Stick. And it's like, look, that movie was no one's fault but the directors. So whatever the directors and the studio, everybody tried to make it good. Michael B. Jordan, I'm sure, did his best to make Johnny Storm good, but the movie we got the movie that we got. Because I think, like, even now, like, no one blames any of the actors in that movie at all. So it's, Michael B. Jordan did his best, but he's moved on to greener pastures. But but it's like, again, man, it's like Chadwick will be missed because he was able to portray well, I still believe, the first mainstream black superhero, who was Black Panther, on the big screen. And we love him. We loved him for it. Like, we loved everybody that was involved with the movie, to be honest. I mean, we appreciate the movie for what it was, for what it did for the culture, how it showcased people of color in a positive light, and also showing the struggles as well, because a lot of people, especially black folks in America, all we want to do is be able to have the same opportunities as everyone else without having the rug pulled out from under us because of what we look like or where we're from. Because we already have enough to deal with when all we want to do is just coexist. Like, we're probably, like, universally, all we want to do is just coexist. We don't want to bother nobody. But it has to be a problem when we start being successful. It's just like, we can't do that. We can't do that. Like, all we can do is just keep leading by example and try to help out our brothers and sisters anywhere we can. If anybody wants to be allies with us to help us along with it, you're more than welcome. Hey, the cookout is open for everybody as long as you act right. So, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. I do appreciate everybody who came on this stream. to listen to me kind of talk and just sharing my stories, and some of you sharing your stories, and the positive influence Chadwick had and whatnot, man. And I had a couple people kind of trying to throw salt on the wound in some way or another, but hey, you know, say what I had to say to them, and that's that. Because whatever. So, but all I can say is for everybody, thank you very much for watching and listening to me, and I appreciate listening to you guys' comments. Um, you guys can feel free to follow me on different platforms and stuff. EJOB, and you guys know, most of you guys, sure a good portion of you guys know that I'm always in there. I'm a moderator there and stuff. You can come out and support your boy too and all that. And marvelous. Only thing I could say is, Chadwick, brother, wherever you are, hope you resting in power. Your work here is done, my friend. The rest of us, hopefully, we can make something out of it, and just thank you for everything. And thoughts, well wishes, prayers, hey, however you practice it, goes out to his family and friends. All we can do is let's keep that same energy for each other while we still here. That's all I can say. So, on that note, until next time, guys, hopefully I'll be streaming under better circumstances. Keep following my advice to go nerd, but nerd responsibly. This is your boy, The Fallen Marvel. I'll see you guys later. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Love y'all. Bye.